Welcome one and all, we are back in the Outer Worlds, and tonight we're going to start the Peril on Gorgon DLC. So bear with me for just a moment here while I get everything set up for the stream, and we'll jump right in. And off we go. All right, let's jump on in here and catch up on what we were doing. Okay, here we are on our ship. What is that? That is Sam. Doing weird Sam things. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's just take a quick look at the journal and our inventory. Let's go ahead and scrap some things. This is a good time to do a little inventory management while we wait for people to show up in the stream. Make sure we've got plenty of weapon parts to repair our stuff, because the DLC zones are definitely designed for higher level players. And we are a high level player at this point, but it still means they're tougher. Go ahead and scrap all this stuff down. There we go, and that we want to keep. Weight's looking pretty good. I think we're in good shape. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure we've got the right... Yep, we've got the quest highlighted. So all we have to do to start Peril on Gorgon is open this box. When we left off, we're getting close to the point of no return in the main quest. So it's time to pause from that and do this. And we might as well go ahead and do that right now. And oh my, there is an arm holding an audio log. And we have Achilles in the chat saying, good evening, Achilles. Welcome to the stream. You are just in time for the intro here. We're going to look at this mysterious arm, and it's going to start the cutscene that begins the DLC.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why, but something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama. Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Okay, so we've got a few options here. Ada, what the hell is going on? Nice of him to share the tip. Money and intrigue? I'm sold. Or that's ominous. I think we're going to go with number 3. Money and intrigue? I am definitely sold.
Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Okay, so, who was this guy, Ada?
He was an old friend of Alex Hawthorne's. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
He liked to show off his battle scars. I get the feeling he won't be flashing this one around.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system.
Only the 4th best?
There are several hundred freelancers operating in Halcyon. Considering the numbers, Mr. Montoya ranked among the top percentile. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
Fair enough. Okay, so, dumb. We gotta do the dumb dialogue option. That's our limit here. That sounds good for me.
That's not... Captain, just when I think I've heard the depths of insight you're capable of, you find a way to surprise me.
I do not advise deriving probabilities from coincidence, but I am programmed to offer you encouragement. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
And there we go. So it looks like that's going to sit there for a little while. We might as well take it with us. Oh, here's the last message.
Something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon.
Oh, we've already heard this. Okay, that's the thing that played earlier. That's okay, that we can handle. So now we're going to have to travel to meet Wilhelmina Ambrose, who I assume was the person Lucky was referring to as Minnie. And here's our dead rainworm. Okay. Let's go ahead and head over to the navigation terminal. And we'll make our way to Minnie Ambrose. So with this DLC, unlike the last one, I have played a little bit of it. Not much, but a little bit. So it's not totally foreign to me, but I only played a little bit, so I don't remember everything. Let's go ahead and ship off to Gorgon. And we're already reasonably close by on Scylla.
Do return in one piece, Captain.
And who should we take with us here? I'm thinking we take Parvati and Ellie. Because Felix is still not a big fan right now. He's still he's still got a little bit of a bad attitude. On Gorgon, it's always Adrena time.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Don't worry, little fella. We're mostly law-abiding folk.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we should check to see he's all right.
Of course, Parvati wants to check on him. She's just an absolutely wonderful human being.
Diagnostic.
Well, there's not really anything we can do with him. He is a Spacer's Choice branded robot. Well, I guess that's all we can do. Can you fix him, Parvati?
Are we gonna get in trouble today? Not that I want to, just seems to happen around you, is all.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get in trouble. What are your thoughts on Gorgon?
It's a shame about what happened to that Lucky fella. Maybe finishing what he started will help put his spirit to rest.
Uh-huh. You've poked around the Unreliable. Ever find any record of a Lucky Montoya?
Not a word. And I've been sticking my nose in every one of our stately ladies' crannies, stem to stern. Oh, law. That sounds untoward, don't it? That ain't what I meant. Point is, Captain, Mr. Hawthorne left all kinds of scribblings behind panels and under consoles, but ain't a lick of it mentioned Mr. Lucky. So whatever they got up to in the past must have been really extra secret. And lots of fun.
All right, well, you let me know if you find anything.
Sure thing, Captain.
All right, let's move on. Let's see if Ellie's got anything to say.
So we're skipping a colony ship for the board, huh? Tartarus is a hell of a place to wake up, Captain. Not like there's a long list of contenders. At least Tartarus has working plumbing and functional air recyclers, so I hear.
Yeah, I haven't actually decided that. Level with me, though. What do you really think about all this? So she's talking about our plans for the end game here, and we really haven't decided whether we're going to do what the board wants or what Phineas wants. But the last conversation we had was with the board, so she thinks we're going to do that.
I think you're making a smart play. The board holds every advantage, and you've elbowed your way into their ranks. That's how I look at it. I've been wondering what this is about for you.
We're just going to say I've got my reasons.
I can take a hint. Where do you think this is headed for everyone else, though? You think the board's gonna pull Halcyon out of its tailspin?
As long as I come out on top, I don't really care.
You're a breath of fresh air, Captain. In any case, say the word and I'll be right behind you. Or beside you. Whichever. Anything else?
Let's see here. Let's talk about the Gorgon job.
If there's one thing you could say about Lucky Montoya, he was always at the center of a story. Guess this is fitting.
I guess so. So, you knew about Lucky Montoya? You knew him?
Sure. Like Ada said, he was a big name among freelancers. I met him at Lost Hope once. He was buying rounds for everyone and telling a story about one of his jobs. Pretty sure half of it was made up.
Why do you say that?
You ever get the feeling someone's just trying too hard?
Dumb. Everything's hard.
Well, maybe for some of us. There was just something about Montoya I couldn't quite trust. He was always at the center of a room, and he slapped a lot of backs to stay there.
Sounds like a nice guy.
Don't get me wrong. Anyone's tolerable when they're paying your tab. Lucky was just better at selling himself than he was at anything else. I'm trying to say that if he screwed this job up, that's on him. I still like our odds. He may have had a rep, but you're more capable than he ever was.
Damn straight I am. We'll get this done.
Hey, I only throw in with winners. What's on your mind?
I think that's gonna do it.
Sure. Something on your mind?
No, we're good. Let's roll. Okay, so now we can start exploring a little bit. And there is a building over here. Let's check it out. A little bit of looting we can do. I'll take what we can get. And now we have a kitchen key card and a data pad. Groundskeeper's Journal, Volume 1. Daily routine. Sweep the Tranquility Garden for Mrs. Olivia. Oil the fish for Mr. Harvey. Repeat. Oil the fish? When they hired me on as groundskeeper, I assumed there'd be grounds to keep. I'm not even allowed inside the manor. Everyone told me the Ambrose family keeps to themselves, but they're a bunch of hermits, save for the little one. Guess I ought to find a hobby. Mr. Harvey dropped his keycard in the pond. I'll hold on to it in case he ever comes looking, but I won't go near the house. Wouldn't want to get between Mrs. Olivia and her research. So it sounds like Olivia Ambrose is some kind of researcher. And we we have a barred door, so presumably we'll be able to get back out there at some point. But for now, we'll make our way back up towards the mansion.
Weary. Are you upside down?
Are you upside down? So we've got a nice little rock sculpture garden here. That's pretty cool. I do like that. And we have kind of a... Oh, cool. It's like a Zen garden. And we have stuff hidden in the dirt. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to live here. This is a pretty sweet place. Okay, bit cartridges buried in the sand. Okay, I guess that makes some sense. Pick up the claw rake, why not? So maybe the gardener was hiding money in the Tranquility Garden.
Those big empty windows. Feels like the building's watching me. Oh, Law, I'm getting goosebumps.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
That's probably true. So these must be the fish that needed oiling. That is very interesting indeed. Mechanical Saltuna. All right, in we go. We'll check out the outside quickly. And this is a little bit interesting here. We've got broken marble, overturned benches. So something happened here. These things aren't just going to overturn themselves on a terraformed asteroid. Not even a terraformed asteroid, just really an asteroid with a dome. There should be no reason for that kind of thing to happen. Let's head on inside. See what else we can find.
Okay,
All right.
maybe not. It's so empty. Oh, Captain, something here don't feel right.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, Parvati, but, you know, we're going to keep going anyway because good decisions and all. And that door goes nowhere. We'll make sure we explore all of our options down here. We have a mechanical janitor. This looks like a dining room. And there we have the Spacer's Choice China cabinet. Is this a rug? Looks wrinkled. Yeah, there's a rug on the floor there. Okay. Interesting. So here we can unlock this with the kitchen key card. Let's go ahead and read the terminal. And we have Avenged in the chat here. Need to hop back onto the Outer Worlds. Have a great day, Fisty. Thank you, Avenged. Yes, everybody needs to hop into the Outer Worlds. It's great. It's good stuff. All right, so hack 150 to activate dinner time protocol. That would be interesting. We'll have to see if we can do that. We can check the logs. Recent activity. Event ID, user W. Ambrose attempted to log into system. Final attempt failed. Locking terminal for 5 days. User W. Ambrose attempted to log into system. 1 try remaining. So it looks like W. Ambrose attempted numerous times to get in and couldn't. We have user O. Ambrose, must be Olivia. Activated dinner time protocol. Meal was woolly loaf. User H. Ambrose. So this is what they did. They activated dinner time and then the robot served them dinner. And Delicath in the chat, dropping by to drop a like. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Always good to see you. And so, yeah, so they were trying to get, so looks like the parents were able to activate dinner time protocol, but Winnie or Wilhelmina was not. And we can check the pantry list. Pantry stock, last automated check was error null. Looks like just about everything is spoiled except for Borston beans and mock apple shake. Okay, let's just take a quick peek here and see if we can get our hack high enough. I kind of doubt it. Right now we're at 104. Let's see what our inventory options are. Okay, so we need a hat that could improve lockpicking, or hacking rather. Let's look for that. That's tech skills. That could. But I'm pretty sure I have one just for hacking. There we go. Hacking glasses there. And now we need something that's going to improve our hacking or stealth skills. Okay, that could do the trick. Let's see where we're at. 120. I don't think we're going to get there. Let's just see if there's anything that directly does hacking. Or is better for stealth skills, but I doubt it. Doesn't look like it. No, I think we're going to have to accept that +5 there is as good as it's going to get. We can try some consumables, but I don't think that's going to get us there either. Mind attributes +1. Well, might as well. Let's just take a look. Gets us to 123. Not going to do the trick. All right, well, it was worth a look, but not worth spending an inordinate amount of time on. Let's go ahead and put our normal clothing back on. And where was the one with the leadership skills? That was my good armor. That one? No. Now I can't find it. Well, that's not very helpful. That hurts my stealth. We don't want that. I had a nice little outfit that I was wearing. There it is. There we go. Got a nice little outfit to go with my stupid hat. Excellent. We'll go in here with the key card. Now, it's possible that that 150 hack really just opened the door and wouldn't have done much else, but it's hard to say. And let's see here. So it looks like there's just a little bit of stuff to loot. Not really any, not any lore or anything like that in here. So we'll just keep moving along. Time to head upstairs. Okay, look at that. So there's the Spacer's Choice Golden Moon Man holding a syringe. So Mama Ambrose must have been working on some kind of drug. And that door is blocked off. And what do we have in here? Someone's bedroom. Maybe this was with the forest on the wall and the rocking horse. This must be Minnie's bedroom. We'll just steal everything she owns. All of her favorite childhood memories now belong to us. And we'll get sold to a vending machine for pennies on the dollar. And a new data pad. Okay, goodbye letter. Dearest mother and father, I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps. But that's the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. Byzantium will welcome me with open arms. Won't that be a new sensation? If I ever return, it'll be to claim my rightful spot at the head of this family. Minnie. So, Minnie sounds like she's just a little bit bitter. Just a tiny bit. Open with... Okay, so we could get... If we could get lockpick to 150, then we could pick that lock, or wait till we get the master bedroom key card. We'll just hold tight. Both of these doors, I think, are going to lead us to Minnie. So let's just keep exploring for a minute. Immunosol. It's kind of a cool sink. And we have a toilet. At least it's not made of gold. Okay, and that door is barred. Is this door open? Nope. Okay, so we must be, it must be time to go meet Minnie Ambrose. But before we talk to her, let's steal everything she owns.
Apparently not. Join me for a drink, Mr. Whoever you are.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm busy stealing all your stuff. Got some drugs in there. You don't have a lot of stuff. For a rich lady, you're kind of short on stuff. It's a bit disappointing, I'm not going to lie. I mean, you got this old piano thing, but it's pretty ratchety looking. I don't know. I don't know why I came here, lady. You live in a big house and everything, but you don't have any stuff. You can't serve yourself dinner, and you got this ratchety looking piano, so I'm not really convinced that you're going to be able to do much for me. But I guess we'll talk to you. Let's see what the deal is.
So who the devil are you?
Well, we've got a couple of options here. I am Old Man McRib, Captain of the Unreliable. Alex Hawthorne, Dashing Space Captain, Smuggler and Free Spirit. Never mind who I am. What are you doing? I think we're going to lie. I'm Alex Hawthorne, Dashing Space Captain, Smuggler and Free Spirit.
You certainly paint a picture, and I'm certainly intrigued.
As you should be.
See that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass to Gorgon.
We can give a solemn toast to Gorgon, or a cheerful toast to Gorgon. Are you Minnie Ambrose? You want to toast the asteroid? Or it's a little early for me. Let's give her the solemn toast to Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
We can say I'm here about a severed arm, or just seeing the sights, roaming the colony, you know how it is. And, I see Canaplex in the chat with a good evening, sir. Good evening, Canaplex. Welcome to the stream. All right, I am here about a severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop?
Does the name Lucky Montoya mean anything to you? This arm came with a portable phonograph that mentioned you by name. Or Lucky Montoya's arm is stinking up my ship. I'm just here to find out why. Well, I think our choice is obvious there.
Lucky? Oh dear, he's my personal freelancer. My private investigator. I sent Lucky on a dangerous mission to the Gorgon asteroid. Whoever found his remains must have wanted to inform the next of kin. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
I mean, from the looks of it, you really can't afford anything. So, yeah, I might need some collateral before I take on this job. Let's see here. What were you two doing? If we had intelligence, we could say, let me guess, you need someone to finish whatever Lucky started. Number 3, you sure got over the bad news fast. Or 4, his recording mentioned a high-stakes job. Let's go with that one.
Funny that you should bring that up. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home? Must be some kind of Byzantine tradition I ain't know about.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
This doesn't kind of sound like the job I was expecting, but, you know, I guess I could be persuaded. Well, we've got our dumb dialogue option here. If I see anyone like that. So she says, I'm looking for someone rough around the edges, a gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands. Well, if I see anyone like that, I'll be sure to let you know.
You're not grasping this, are you? You're the one I'm after. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
Well, Spacer's Choice. We can say go on, or I'm not surprised, Spacer's Choice is one big accident waiting to happen, or 3, Spacer's Choice would never allow anything bad to happen on their watch. Do go on, Ms. Wilhelmina Ambrose.
One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day.
It must have been real hard on you, losing your mother all of a sudden like that. I'm sorry to hear it, ma'am.
Thank you. Ambrose ladies are supposed to be resilient to the unexpected, but this was especially hard on me. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
Okay, well, stick to the basics. What do you need from me? Why would they lie? Sounds like she was the corporation's patsy. Or what did they say about her? Well, why would they lie?
Why, indeed? To cover up their crimes? To discredit someone who knew too much? I'm hoping you can find out for me. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
What did you send Lucky to find?
The truth. Mother is gone, Gorgon is silent, and I deserve answers.
Answers to what end?
That will depend on what we learn. The scope of this cover-up is enormous. Whatever Spacer's Choice is hiding could bring ruin down on their heads. Or it could just be another dead end. We won't know till we look, will we?
Okay, so... tell me about your mother.
I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one, naive and irresponsible as I was.
Okay, well, what did she want then? A fully grown lab assistant? Or does that sound familiar, Ellie?
Trust me, we are nothing alike. A kindred spirit. Well, well, charmed. Today is full of surprises. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better place, no matter who or what got sacrificed along the way. She never spared a thought for those of us who cherished her,
who suffered for her idea of progress.
Okay. Sounds like she was pretty consumed by her work.
It was difficult on us, but not so difficult for her. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle.
All right, so I've heard enough. What do you need from me?
Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
Okay, well, so here's the deal. She wants us to go to Gorgon. She wants us to figure out what her mother was up to and why Spacer's Choice wants to cover everything up. We can ask about 150 questions to give us a little more exposition on that, but I think we get the point of that. So let's keep moving along here. Danger and corporate intrigue. This sounds like my kind of job.
I admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we, and I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
Uh-huh. I'll be careful.
There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Oh, you think maybe they got a little mascot? Like a sprat in a tiny hat?
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
You know I live on a spaceship, right? I don't really need a mansion when I have my own spaceship. But, you know, what's the catch? There's always a catch.
The catch? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
Okay, dumb. Dumb dialogue option, bite the nav key. Yep, it's real.
How can you tell? On second thought, don't answer that. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Mysterious heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like something out of a detective serial.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
I suppose that's true. I also think it's time for surprise murder.
There goes that payday.
Captain, what's come over you?
I didn't trust her. So, yeah, that was kind of interesting. Let's take a look at this weapon she had. I did a quick save. I could go back. All right, so this is some kind of plasma rifle, level 25. It's not very good. So here's the thing. We don't need her alive to complete this quest. Now, in the end, ultimately, it's going to kind of probably make up our decision, but this is one of the intriguing things about the Outer Worlds, and that's why I wanted to do that. You can kill everyone, and everything should still work. So, yeah. Surprise murder time. You lured me here to this empty mansion where you clearly have no stuff and no food, and you have a broken old ratty piano, and you're telling me money is no object, but you don't have any. So you're trying to trick me into doing a job for you for no money is what it seems like. So bye. We're going to go do the job and see what we can get for ourselves. But now her robots are going to be hostile. Canaplex says, what brings you here? The day drinking, of course. And apparently the surprise murder. Wow, that thing is tough.
Nice one. Wow, great work.
And I think we've got another one over here.
Watch out.
These are some tough robots. There we go. Anybody else? Nope, that's it. Okay. Just in case you're new to my Outer Worlds streams, seeing as I just murdered the first human NPC we came across, no, this is not a kill everything live stream or run, but I thought it would be interesting to see what happened if we took her out.
And responses. How clumsy of this unit.
So off to the ship we go, and we're going to head to the Sprat Shack. All right, looks like we've got a few more people starting to filter into the stream. Do feel free to say hello. Let me know you're here. Chat away. Keeps things interesting. All right, so let's head to the Gorgon landing pad.
Captain, we have a transmission request from a Spacer's Choice corporate signal.
Dumb. Sing. It's not the best choice.
It's Spacer's Choice.
I think I totally oversaturated my microphone there with enthusiasm.
Captain, I hope you're enjoying that view of the Gorgon asteroid. Beautiful, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Who are you, and what do you want?
It isn't about what I want. It's about what we can do for each other. My name is Lucian Bancroft, and until very recently I was collaborating with Miss Ambrose on a business venture. I've encountered what you might call a regrettable setback.
You mean the part where I killed her? Or whatever could have happened? Say nothing. Whatever could have happened, I don't know.
I think we both know the answer to that question.
I assure you I do not. I'm very dumb. Who told you about that? I didn't leave any witnesses.
No one told me, but thank you for confirming my suspicion. Ambrose Manor went on high alert. Wilhelmina didn't report in, and flight records from a passing satellite pinged her latest visitor in orbit around Gorgon.
Uh-huh, okay. Well, you were tracking her. Impressive.
Standard operating procedure, I assure you. Just making sure my business interests remain on schedule. I have a unique job that may be suited to your equally unique talents. Dr. Olivia Ambrose, the mother of my former associate, was the head of a research facility on the Gorgon asteroid. That was before her, shall we say, ignoble downfall. The facility has since been closed down, but I have reason to believe Dr. Ambrose left her journal behind. It contains data that is vital to an ongoing pharmaceutical project.
Minnie told me she was investigating a Spacer's Choice cover-up. Who are you anyway? What's your interest in this? Why do you want a freelancer handling corporate work? So Minnie was just using me to help you reactivate this project. As long as I don't have to wear a moon person hat, I'll take the job. Let's see. Let's try number 4.
Despite whatever she told you to the contrary, yes. That's right.
I knew she was up to something. I knew I couldn't trust her. Can I trust you, Lucian? Seeing as you're just in my screen, I can't put a bullet in your head.
Can you trust me to be honest and faithful as your employer? To put your interests ahead of mine? Absolutely not. Can you trust me to pay a fair rate and not have you killed when our business is over? Absolutely.
Okay. Uh-huh. Well, I guess as long as I don't have to wear a moon person hat, I'll take the job.
Let's hope it never comes to that. The facility is under
My
lockdown,
crew, on the other
so you'll
hand.
have to find your way around security. For reasons of discretion, I can't be seen assisting you at this time. Miss Ambrose had a freelancer assigned to the task already. His last known location was the Sprat Shack, a tavern near the Gorgon landing pad. I have every reason to believe the journal is in Dr. Ambrose's office. Happy hunting.
Okay, cut the transmission.
Transmission ended, Captain.
All right. Do I have to work for Spacer's Choice? I hate Spacer's Choice.
You are the captain of the Unreliable and have no indenturement contract with Spacer's Choice. You may, by definition, do as you please.
And that is what I shall do. And right now, what I please is to go down to the asteroid and find the Sprat Shack. And we'll just keep going with our crew that we had. John W. in the chat says hi there. Hi there, John W. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. If you just joined us, we met Wilhelmina Ambrose, learned all about her mother and this project she was working on Gorgon, and then promptly shot her in the face.
In the best way.
Okay, so here is the Gorgon landing pad. Really does take a minute for this stuff to load up, doesn't it? There we go. Can we go now? Yep, now we're good. All right.
The facility is currently experiencing an emergency evacuation. Please be reminded that all Spacer's Choice facilities fall within acceptable margins of safety.
All right, let's check this terminal. Well, with a hack of 45, we can disable that obnoxious emergency evacuation notice. Sounds good to me. Anything else here? Nope. All right. So now we can take the stairs down, or we could take the elevator. Let's take the stairs. Let's see what we can find. We've got some vending machines. Let's go and sell off all the junk we took from Wilhelmina's house, which is admittedly not much. Because for a rich lady in a giant mansion, she doesn't seem to have much good stuff. She was very disappointing and untrustworthy. Hence the bullets.
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
All right, so we've got a vendor here, Khalil Shakroon. And some stuff that's marked as owned. Now, if we can get our lockpick over 150, we could pick this lock, but honestly, I'm not sure I care. There's not really anything good in there. Or maybe, because we're sneaky, we can just pick him. Does he have a key? He does not. But let's take all his stuff anyway. Okay. We've got a canid tail, a little bit of junk, a little bit of clutter. Nothing special here.
Is that what my thoughts sound like? Law, I've been standing near that alarm too long. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one round here liable to help you out. Let me know if you're looking for something particular.
Okay. I take it that evacuation alarm wasn't urgent?
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. Something to do with that scrap project Gorgon from years back. Thanks for turning it off, by the way. I'd have lost my mind if the damn thing had gone on much longer.
Why didn't someone shut it off?
We tried. Couldn't persuade the control terminal to listen. No one round here is particularly mechanically inclined, and no one was going to shut it down by force. That's for sure. I know, because even von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
Okay, so this is Gorgon.
You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack, unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
Thanks, but I can handle myself. I do not fancy that at all. Or give him your best unimpressed look. That sounds good to me.
You okay? Does your stomach hurt or something? Look, I ain't stopping you from wandering elsewhere. But if you do, be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. And the Mance, I guess. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
Uh-huh. Okay, so who is Charles from accounting?
Only the meanest marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite. He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you. I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
So what you're saying is, I need to kill this guy. So, you're making me hungry.
Sorry. Been a minute since I last ate. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad marauders you could find and mashed them together. That's Charles.
Dumb choice. Gross.
Not like that, Hullhead. Metaphorically. Well, I warned you. If you run off and get exploded to death by a madman with a rocket launcher now, that's on you.
I mean, I'm kind of pretty sure that's the first thing I want to do. Let's see here. So, about Charles from accounting.
Yeah?
Where'd you say he was again?
The Marauder camp way out to the east. That's what I heard, at least. And I sure hope you're asking so you can keep a safe distance away.
Yeah, sure. That's why I'm asking. What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. Don't seem like the project ended well.
All right, well, let's see what you've got for sale while we're here.
Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
A special pickaxe, you say? Well, let's catch up on the chat quick. Canaplex says, I like how you asked if you could trust that dude right after killing your employer. Indeed. Well, technically, I mean, I don't know. Was she my employer? She hadn't promised me anything yet. So, you know, she was kind of just a lady who wanted to be my employer, and I declined. And Achilles says he seems Canadian. Yes, the voice definitely sounds like a little bit of a Canadian accent for the voiceover actor there. Okay, what do we have here? We've got... He says he has a pickaxe, but I don't see a pickaxe here. Oh, there it is. 4,800. Level 1. 57 DPS. The original brand name Auto Unfortunato never caught on. Yeah, I think we can skip that. Deadeye Assault Rifle, level 36. You know what? I could use one of those. Let's grab one of those. It's max level. And then I can mod it. The rest of this stuff all looks perfectly normal. Okay, so he's got a lot of junk. Earrings. A mantic carapace. I thought maybe that would be like special armor or something, but it's not. So nothing special there. Let's go ahead and escape. And we use his workbench to put a suppressor on that fine assault rifle. Pretty sure I have a whisper quiet muzzler. There we go. we can increase the magazine size, make it plasma, or shock. Let's go ahead and make it plasma. Why not? That sounds like a good time to be had by all. And gyro sight doesn't help us. Extendo sight doesn't really help us, so we'll just leave the sight that's on there. That's fine. And we're good. Okay. So, I would like to find Charles from accounting. That seems like a sensible thing to me. And he said he's in a raider camp all the way out to the east. So the Sprat Shack is this way. That's where our quest wants us to go, but I would like to go find Charles from accounting. Now, do we have an unmarked quest for him? Or is that just unmarked all around? Looks like that's unmarked all around. So we're going to go explore a little bit, go find Charles from accounting.
Here, we're not going to be next. Be ready.
Yeah, we're going to kill everything in sight. Don't you worry, Ellie. Let's go ahead and change up our inventory a little bit. I never used that. Let's put this new Deadeye assault rifle up there. And there's lots of little stuff to loot here, but there isn't really anything too interesting here. Dead Marauder. Okay, he's dead.
Ready for the dash. Good job, Cap.
He's dead. And if I remember correctly, the enemies on Gorgon move a good bit faster than some of the other ones in the game. All right, well, there's that. And I'm guessing that wasn't Charles from accounting. So we want to keep heading east. Crashed ship. Oh, there's a crashed ship there. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So we want to keep on heading east. We've got some dead sprats. Looks like somebody was camping out here. This place is pretty cool looking. If one were going to settle on an asteroid, one would likely hope for one as nice as this. Okay, looks like we've got something else up here. And I think I see more marauders. Yep. Okay, let's assess the situation. And boom. Boom. Is that enough? Nope, not quite. That should do the trick.
Nice one.
Yeah, they do move quick, don't they? Uh-oh. So we really got to rely on our not vats to take out our enemies. All right, we got one hiding behind the thing here. Easy enough. One more. Maybe two more. That'll do it. Okay. Time for a drink. All right. Let's go find Charles from accounting. Where you at, Charles from accounting? Got some dead marauders here. Charles from accounting makes me think of the new episode of Mythic Quest that aired this week, where the big bad evildoer turned out to be Brad from Monetization. I don't think they realize just how evil a name that is in terms of the gamer community. Brad from Monetization is one of the worst monsters of all time. And the mind control rays making them fight each other. That's cool. All right. Well, nothing too challenging there that we couldn't handle.
This reminds me of the punchline to a joke I heard once.
I got
East
your
looks
back,
like we
Captain.
would continue
And a
going
single
this way,
Mantisaur
so
gonna sneak up on us.
let's see if this is where Charles from accounting is. Maybe. Abandoned mines. Well, he didn't say anything about going through abandoned
Anyone
mines.
else feel like the walls are almost leaning in?
But this is
Right
kind of
behind
cool.
us, Captain. Promise.
Let's check it out. All right, I'll grab up a little ammo. That's fine by me. And we've got more mantisaurs. All right, let's switch to the hunting rifle. It's not really doing any more damage than the Deadeye. And that's got better DPS. I can follow up faster. There we go. That really didn't take care of it, huh? Okay, so there we go with that. And what do we have this way? Nothing. Maybe there is something up this way. We'll take a look. More mantisaurs. And now that we are fully leveled up, there's really no reason to just kill everything we see. Already dead. You go nowhere. So it doesn't look like this is really going to take us anywhere. Maybe. Uh-oh, better heal up. Is that the end of it? Nope, we got one more. That's the end of it. And it doesn't look like this takes us out anywhere, so we'll head back out the way we came in. Or not. See if we can find our way to Charles from accounting. So this was one complaint that people had with Peril on Gorgon was that the map was kind of confusing. And it is a little bit confusing, but it's also probably the most open. There's lots of different sort of meandering paths you can go down that may or may not be the right way to go. And we've probably got some marauders down here. Well, maybe not. Okay, does that take us east, or is that the mine? No, I don't think that's the mine. That was the way to the mine. Unless this is just a closed-off mine entrance. No, that takes us to the mine. Okay, I'm getting myself confused here. A little bit of stutter there. Well, we do have a lot of effects going on right now. Okay. Maybe this is... Okay, this is probably where Charles from accounting is. Let's just do a quick save just in case. And they said he had a missile launcher, so we want to be careful here. Lots of marauders. Anybody else hanging around that we can see? Not yet, but we do have a barrel here, so we might as well weaken all of you with that. Wow, they're fast. Uh-oh, we're getting hit with N-rays.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, nothing the hand cannon couldn't solve. All right, so we had a bunch of marauders here, but I didn't see Charles from accounting. So maybe he's further along. We have a defaced Moonman helmet, surrounded by adrenatime, blood, and ammo. All right, well, somebody needs to wear the defaced Moonman helmet. What do we get out of that? Intimidate 10, lie plus 5. All right, well, I think we can give that to Ellie. Makes more sense on Ellie than Parvati, I think. She's just entirely too wholesome for anything like this. There we go. Yeah, that looks way better. Okay. Now, let's see if we can find Chuck. Where you at? Marauder camp to the east. Well, we're definitely at the east. And we're definitely at a Marauder camp. And there are mines on the ground, so we better be careful.
Hard to imagine people living here. Guess that's true of
Marauder
any company in
Berserker.
town, though.
What happened to
Crack
all these
shot.
people?
Okay, do I see Charles? No. I don't see Charles. Maybe we're not all the way there yet. All right, let's go ahead and take care of some of these guys.
I want one. New battle scars. Nice one.
Yeah, you want to hit me with your thing, that's fine, but I'm just going to keep shooting you.
Everyone all right?
All right, everyone's dead.
Quiet, Cap.
So we want to find Charles. Where is Charles? Might as well get that out of our way. That's east. Do we keep... Are we not far enough east for Charles? Let's just take a look at the map quick. Okay, so... It must be there. Maybe it's here. Either way, we'd be on our way. Uh-oh. Okay, so far so good. Still no Charles from accounting. Maybe Charles is this way. Or he could be up the hill. That's east. No, nobody's up here. There's something else. Let's just look around. What do we have here? Pick up package for Captain Babbage. Okay. To Captain B. Babbage and crew from a friend. Handle with care. All right. We'll grab it. Why not? Maybe it's related to a quest. Okay. Yes, make sure we keep picking up weapons that we can use to fix our exploding revolver, which will inevitably break in about 5 minutes. Okay, Charles must be back here. This clearly is a Marauder camp. I mean, look at it. It's gotta be. Marauder stronghold. Yes, finally we are here. Let's do a quick save just in case we die. That we don't need to come back all the way here. Where you at, Chucky? I'm here to take your toys. Okay. So far, we're not detected yet. That's good. That's helpful. All right, where else? Who do we have running around? We've got a crack shot out here. That should kill him. Colossus. Should be enough to do the job. Oh, there's Charles from accounting wearing a defaced Moonman helmet.
Gotta hurt. They won't try that again.
There we go. Okay. So Charles from accounting has been eliminated. Charles, we have terminated your position. And your life. Where'd you go? Another defaced Moonman helmet. We have a science weapon called the Special Delivery. Originally designed as an experimental mail delivery tool, this launcher was listed as a failed project and forgotten. With its recent discovery and retrofitting, its homing pneumatic tubes are now filled with explosives to deliver death rather than envelopes. Okay, sounds good to me. And, yeah, Ellie, I think we're going to give this to you. No, we're going to give this to Parvati, because why not? And even though it doesn't really fit her... Is that the mind control ray? Okay, that's kind of useful, but let's give her the exploding thing first. Even though it doesn't fit your personality, we're going to give you the defaced Moonman helmet as well. Oh, that one only has 12 armor. Oh, condition is low, that's why. Okay, well that's alright. Parvati doesn't need a lot of armor, she can't die anyway. Okay, so we have found Charles from accounting. And now we need to head back to where we came from. So let's pull up the map. And see if we can't just fast travel back over there. Looks like we can. And I kind of want to tell Khalil that we killed Charles from accounting. And he was no trouble at all. Kind of baby you think I am, I can't kill an accountant. Come on now.
Hey again, stranger. What can I get you?
About Charles from accounting.
Yeah?
He's dead.
You're kidding. Really? He's dead? As in, dead?
Perception, hold on, you're upset by this? Yes, he won't cause any trouble anymore. As dead as I know how to make him, or stare at him until he says something less stupid.
Right. He's dead. So, that's good. It's not like I'll miss the guy, but you have to admit, he was, you know, striking. Real original. Gorgon's gonna be a little less interesting without him. That's all.
Seems like maybe you had a little crush on Mr. Charles from accounting. I mean, he did have a cool hat and a missile launcher, but, you know, he also seems like he was kind of a bastard that killed people. Okay, so now we need to go to the Sprat Shack. follow our quest. All right, and yes, I know there is a terminal over here, but I remember this terminal from the very first time I played this. And if I go in there, it's going to reveal a whole lot of things right away. You're not really supposed to go into that terminal until later. It's kind of poorly placed. So we're gonna purposefully not give up all the secrets of the DLC in the first stream. Okay, so inside here is the Sprat Shack. And this is Von Hoffman. We heard Khalil talk about Von Hoffman.
Let's have a chat.
As a tough guy.
All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
No.
Want to run that by me again?
I said no, or cut the bullshit, what do you want? Look him in the eyes, fine, I'll do it.
Good. Look up. Now look down.
Keep looking. You have pretty eyes.
Thank you. Got 'em from my mother. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
Old Man McRib, Captain of the Unreliable. Alex Hawthorne, Ne'er-Do-Well. Or 3, you first.
I could do without the sass, but that's good enough. You're cleared. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
Uh-huh. What did you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
Mm-hmm. What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Okay, well, where exactly am I?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me ask you something else.
Just don't ask me to dance.
What do you do around here? What kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack? Or what do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10-1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
Fair enough. I think we get the point.
Watch yourself out there.
All right, so we can head down into the Sprat Shack.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
Oh, ugh. This place smells like Felix's birth.
That's quite the complex in here. All right, we can talk to Lex. There's a raving drunk.
Are you my agent on the ground? Sorry?
I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise. They're supposed to use a secret code phrase.
Can't help you. I'm just here to drink.
That's the code phrase. It is you.
Quiet down. You're making a scene.
Huh. And we've got Cirque in the chat with a good evening, Fisty. Good evening, Cirque. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. Okay, and over here we've got Trixie.
You're a humbug, Trixie.
And Freddy.
And worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Break it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit for one day.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
Let them talk.
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough! This is a family establishment! You want to make a mess? You make it outside!
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
Uh-huh. Technically, that's business, not personal. Nod to Lex. You get a lot of tavern squabbles around here?
Oh, it's the same fight every day. 5 years we've been at this, and we still can't agree on how to properly tag salvage. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
Ah, it's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
I could intervene if you like.
You'd do that for me?
I'm not sure you'll like the results, but sure, why not? For a price.
Nothing's free on Gorgon. You're clever to have that figured out already. Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation.
Sure you are, buddy. Okay, state your names for the tavern.
Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab, freelancer for sublight salvage and shipping, same as my father before me.
Junkyard Trixie, also a salvage freelancer, though I've been at it longer than Freddy.
May I first say what an honor it is to stand in your company. Your exploits with Miss Hagen are the stuff of legend.
Uh-huh. All right, let's see here. Get on with it. When you're as important as I am, it all blends together. Now proceed.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
Uh-huh. How did you mark the claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Turn to Lex. Is that legal?
I don't know about legal, but it's legit by sublight standards. Assuming anyone was around to hear it, which we can't know for sure.
Someone must have heard me. They just ain't brave enough to step forward and admit it.
Uh-huh. So we can nod, and what's your side of the story, Trixie?
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day, so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
Okay, you had your chance to talk. Drum your fingers thoughtfully. Yeah, you had your chance to talk, buddy. Shut up.
Sorry, I won't speak out of turn again.
Anyway, that's my story, sir.
Mm-hmm. What mark did you leave on the salvage, Trixie?
I drew an X in the dirt, with my toe.
Oh my. Couldn't the marauders have walked over it by now, or the wind blown it away?
Wouldn't surprise me in the least. but that doesn't mean it ain't mine.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
Oh my. And we have to choose our dumb dialogue option, which is probably the smartest one. So, or do we break the rules? We're playing the Maniacal Moron, so we're supposed to pick the dumb option, steeple your fingers, the salvage will be divided in two. Or I can say, as Sublight's vice president, I claim the salvage for myself. Nope, we're going to go with the dumb dialogue option as required. Steeple your fingers. The salvage will be divided in two.
What? Just how in law's name are we supposed to divide a shipwreck in half?
Freddy's right. It's a shit plan.
You want to maybe rethink that one?
Not really. Okay, I made my decision and I stand by it. Or I can sigh and give it to one of them. Or, you know what, seeing as none of you like my decision, as Sublight's vice president, I claim the salvage for myself.
He can't do that. Lex, can he do that?
I'm afraid so, Trixie. If you don't like it, you can become a vice president yourself and do as you like. Congratulations. Here's a six-pack on the house, your adjudication fee, and your finder's fee for the salvage.
All right, sounds good to me. What's going to happen to the wreck?
I'll write to Lilia Hagen in the corporate office on Groundbreaker. She'll get some haulers to drag it away. It'll take a while. Nothing happens fast around these parts. But at least the salvage would get a good home.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, does this happen often?
A little too often if you ask me. But that's the Sublight way. Anything worth doing is worth fighting over.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm done here.
We could always go back and rile him up again later. That's my captain.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we need to talk to Lex, and then there's a couple other people in here we need to have conversations with. The beginning of this DLC does involve a lot of chit-chat. So this is as good a time as any for me to take a quick break and get up and stretch the legs and be healthy for a few minutes instead of sitting for non-stop hours on end. So bear with me here. I'm going to come back in just a couple of minutes and we'll keep things going. Please do feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the chat, and I will be back very shortly.
Ready when you are. What's the plan?
And we're back. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Lex and see what we need to learn about this quest.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Those two are a couple?
They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. Welcome
Apparently
to the Scratch
so.
Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Uh-huh. All right. Well, how about Spectrum Vodka? I want to see colors and lots of them and maybe get a brainworm.
Bottoms up. It's not every day that Sublight's vice president strolls in through the front door. You here on business?
Let's see here. So we can lie or intimidate and get her to pay up. I don't think we can get them that high. They're not anywhere close to that. Not Sublight business, but you could say I'm here on business.
We don't get a lot of you VIP types around here. Let me know if you need anything special. I assume you're here for salvage.
Let's see here. I can lie and say, sure, got any leads?
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are Sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
Okay. Know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Office of Creative Incubation?
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Forget the story then. Well, I know about the severed arm, but the rest is a mystery.
You know about that? Huh. Word must travel fast around these parts. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Uh-huh. Why not let the canid enjoy the juicy limb?
If the bloody piece in question was a raptidon tongue or a mantis leg, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
Okay. Let's see here. So, the arm made it to me. I'm Hawthorne's next of kin. Sort of.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Mm-hmm. So, where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
So it's that kind of place, huh? All right. Let's see here. So you run this place, do you?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
Uh-huh. So Sublight owns the Sprat Shack now?
Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
I've seen the paperwork. Everything's in order. When I say my boss is a filthy sprat, I'm not exaggerating.
Indeed.
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier system, but same idea.
You think a Sprat could own Edgewater? Oh. Imagine one wearing Mr. Thompson's little hat.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
A Sprat could wear Mr. Thompson's little hat, considering that I shot him in the face. And I now own his hat. So you just find me the right Sprat, Parvati, and we can make this happen. There's also no one alive in Edgewater anymore, so we could absolutely give the town to a hat-wearing Sprat. Let's see here. So, you don't make the rules, huh? Well, how would you even know which Sprat is the right one?
Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try not to step on him then.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. The Sprat Shack's gone through a lot of title holders over the years. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
Apparently so. So does Spacer's Choice mind that you're squatting in their warehouse?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
Wasted potential indeed. Can you answer any question without saying yes and no?
Yes. And no. Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place.
Okay then. Well, we can ask her what she knows about Gorgon. I think we all get the point about Gorgon now. How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony. Mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected, and not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well-stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
All right, well, how about a drink?
Don't forget to close your tab when you're done.
Okay, let's go ahead and sell all our junk. And see if she's got anything interesting. I really don't need any of the consumables. And no weapons. She does have some clothing. Anything unique here? Wow, sneak attack damage plus 25%. And hacking plus 5. That's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and take that. Why not? And I think we're in pretty good shape on everything else. Yep, let's go ahead and exit. And I do want to try something here.
Did you bring the payment?
Did you bring the goods?
No payment, no goods.
Give me a taste of the goods, just so I know I can trust you.
You can't trust me. Now, did you bring the payment?
I don't know. Did you bring the goods?
Is that a little callback to Scarface? You got the money? I got the money. You got the stuff? Okay, so we're going to do quick save. let's make sure our sneak is as high as we can get it. So I want to try to pickpocket her, but there's a lot of people around. There we go. And how about headwear? Do we have any headwear that will boost that? Maybe that thing we just got. That's sneak attack damage. Medical. Inspiration. Doesn't look like we have anything that's gonna improve our stealth. Okay, so we'll just go with what we've got. Sneak is at 114, so we should be pretty good here. Again, let's do another quick save. And the maintenance room key.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, we got busted, but fortunately we can lie and say we're not doing anything at all.
Consider this your warning.
Yeah. I'm vice president. Leave me alone. There's apparently someone hostile in here still, but we got away with it. Okay, let's go ahead and put our appropriate clothing back on. We're going to go with this new helmet. Sneak attack damage and hacking, that's very good. And we need our outfit back. There it is. That looks pretty cool. That looks downright badass if I do say so myself. Alright, so we did what we needed to do there.
Who do you work for anyway? Auntie Pete? Mary the Sprat? Artak Harry?
It's Mary the Sprat. But don't you go telling anyone.
You work for Mary the Sprat.
We got a whole conversation going on here.
Shit. We shouldn't be seen together. This is a setup. Or a hit. Or both?
Pretend you don't know me. Just play it casual. Can I get you a drink?
Alright, so we got the key to the maintenance shed, or maintenance room. Not sure where that is, but I assume we'll stumble on it at some point. Oh, you're just a no-name patron. Okay, but she said Lucky Montoya
Just in case.
was staying upstairs.
Yeah, think the folks here like strangers? Because some of them are looking at us like maybe not.
We got there. Adrena time, I think. Found some in an old busted crate.
So this must be Lucky's little apartment. Requires code to unlock. And we've got someone sleeping here. Hey, wake up. Wake up. And lockpick is not high enough to get in here. It's not really that big of a deal. I do want to use this workbench quick and see if we can do anything with our armor. Where is the armor that I was wearing? Do I have to take it off to tinker with it? Okay, so I can tinker it. Is this? Yeah, this is it. Okay. And we've got tons and tons of bits at this point, so we might as well tinker it as far as we can. And that must be as high as it can go. Item is at max level, cannot be tinkered any further. How about this one? That'll improve the defensive capabilities of the items to go along with their special effects that we're not going to call legendary. I don't think they have that in this game. All right, so we could keep going, but now it's costing like 4,000 bits to get just a little more damage resistance, so that's not really sensible. Okay, so modify. Maybe you can't modify. Oh, because it's clothing, I probably can't modify it. Okay, well, I can live with that. At least we got its effectiveness boosted up. And here is Lucky's case notes. Lucky's case notes. Day 1. Spacer's Choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock the doors on their way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than a top runger's safe. Time to do some digging. Day 6. Caught a break today. Met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Spacer's Choice. Sold me a key to the Office of Creative Incubation. Let's just say this guy's about as lucid as a sprat in a Rizzo's factory, but I'm spending Minnie's bits so I can afford to take a chance. Day 7. It worked. Clarence Mostly, whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Day 10. Olivia Ambrose's office and journal ought to be in the Synthesis and Manufactory Center. The bad news is it's sealed up and at the ass end of the canyon. The good news is I should be able to open it from the Bigwig's admin terminal in OCI. OCI is crawling with marauders, and I've got a few other leads to chase down. Could be nothing, but my gut tells me there's more to this place than a missing journal. Time to turn over a few rocks and see what crawls out. I'm leaving the OCI key in the safe. The combo is 4815. All right, so that means we should be able to get into the safe now. There we go. And we have a preserved eye, a carefully preserved eyeball, mostly intact.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
You think they stick the preservative in before or after the eye comes out?
I don't know. It's kind of gross. All right, so now we can continue on our way, or we can continue to explore here. And that's what we want to do, because...
Someone's in here. Oh, well.
Sick person? Oh, gross.
I'm all right. That last one really emptied my guts. No, wait. Here comes more.
Yeah, that's foul. I wonder if there's a conversation we need to have with this person, though.
To make matters worse, I think someone pooped in my pants.
You think someone did, do you?
It's not fair, I tell you. I only had 2 drinks. I just need a minute for my stomach to settle.
Yeah, I think we're probably good here.
Now I'm hungry again.
Okay, I think we've had enough there.
So, how you feeling?
Nothing in there.
Good.
But I know there are 2 people we can talk to in here. And you're unnamed?
Jerome would have loved this place.
More unnamed patrons.
Why'd you want to meet here anyway?
I thought we could have some fun in the ruins. Salvaging, like old times.
I don't know, Carol. Salvage is a young man's game. I'm just a clerk now.
Just a clerk. Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
So we got lots of witty, unique NPC banter. That's good to see. And here we have Leonora Diallo. Let's have a conversation with her.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey is far from over.
What makes you say that?
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the marauders would eat me alive.
Depends on what you need.
looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress.
Sublight wouldn't turn over a rock unless there was salvage underneath it.
Well put. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
And where's Jerome now?
Nowhere good, that's for sure. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again.
Well, that was very noble of him. Let me guess, now you're here to find him. Or scoff, he missed his chance to get out.
You got a lot to learn about self-sacrifice. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here.
Okay, I can keep an eye out for the flask.
You'd really do that for me? Law, and I'll bet you're worth 10 of those Sublight sprats. I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion. Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first.
Okay, well, sounds good. I'll be seeing you around. So once again, we can ask her about Gorgon and the project, and we get a lot of vague answers that basically tell us the same thing everyone else has. We don't need to go through all of those dialogue options over and over and over again. But it is nice that they include them there so that if you don't come across them in your natural conversations, you have opportunities to. And here we meet Roscoe Clanton.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
Lady at the bar? Yeah, we're acquainted.
She tell you I was a journalist back in Byzantium? Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
Let's see here. How to Byzantium... Perception, you seem like you're having a rough time. Can I help you? How do Byzantium journalists end up stuck in this backwater? What can you tell me about Gorgon? Or nice chatting with you and all, but I was about to head out.
Hey, hold on. I've been working up the courage to ask you something, and I've just about gotten there. If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Helping out old bastards is 80% of my job. What do you need?
Does this involve going somewhere we don't belong? Those are my favorite jobs.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
Motion for him to hurry it up.
I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
Huh. Perception. You hid them, and now you need me to go get them for you. That about cover it?
Right on the money. Look at me. I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
Uh-huh. It's your lucky day, Roscoe. I'll get those recordings for you. I don't do charity cases. What's in it for me? Why stash the recordings?
Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took to hiding them all over the fucking asteroid. Thought I was so clever. What a fool I was.
Huh. You mentioned an assistant. Where are they now? It's your lucky day. I don't do charity, blah, blah, blah. We get the thing. Why not just forget the contract and leave? Let's ask about the assistant.
Oh, Georgie? Yeah, she helped me with interviews. A real whiz with the portable recorder tech, too. When things got crazy, I shoved her onto the last ship off Gorgon. With any luck, she's safe and comfortable in Byzantium. She tried every which way to stay, but it was my contract keeping us here, not hers. Didn't seem fair she'd have to suffer just because I made a bad deal.
All right, well, why not just forget the contract and leave?
Oh, I've tried. Make no mistake. I've caught a couple of rides out with sublight folks, but the board's fixers always send me right back. And I'm not about to stand toe-to-toe with marauders just to fulfill a line item on a contract.
Well, it's your lucky day, Roscoe. I'll go get those recordings for you.
No shit? That's downright civilized of you.
I wouldn't go that far.
All right. One of them I stash in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
Uh-huh. And forget the directions. I'll find my own way.
Great. I'll key the details of each recording's location in for you.
There we go. That'll help.
Can't miss them.
Got it. I'll be back.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
So yeah, the rest of that conversation basically is him going on about where each of these things are. And we don't really need to listen to that because we don't know what any of those places are at this point. So we've talked to everyone of interest here. Let's just check our journal. So we can continue on the main quest and go to the Office of Creative Incubation, or we can take care of at least one of these side quests first. Let's do that. Oh no, those are the phonographs. Love is the plan is death. Search for Jerome's flask in the ruins. So that's what we're going to do first. I figure I've got about another 45 minutes or so here tonight. That should be plenty of time to take care of this. Let's see what else we stumble on the way. And off we go.
Don't you worry, Mr. Lucky Spirit. We're gonna finish your work and put you to rest, good and proper.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open something else.
Well, I brought it along just in case. Okay, so we are headed that way. All right, so we're going to head back down the road. We're basically going to go up the way we went to find Charles from accounting. You know what? I kind of want to try Charles from accounting's weapon. So let's unequip it from Parvati, at least for now. And I will take it. Probably should have upgraded it. Well, we can do that quick. We can run over to the workbench over here by the vendor and upgrade the special weapon. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Tinker. There it is. Okay. That's going to help it do a little extra damage. No, I don't want to tinker the auto mag. I want to tinker this. We'll see how far we can take it before we start wasting ridiculous amounts of money. And that's about all the further I want to take it. So it only does 214 DPS. It's not that good. But it's got a knockback effect, so that could be interesting. I don't know. We'll play with it. Why not? Oh, you can oh. So you can load up lots of stuff in it. So if I hold down my trigger, it just keeps loading up. And it'll shoot 38 shots at once, is what it looks like. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty badass. It's definitely not easy to hit anything with it. And the recoil is psychotic. Okay, so I guess the missiles are sort of heat-seeking. Alright, well, it's not a very strong weapon, but it is pretty cool. So I think we're going to give it back to Parvati because it's not really that fun for me. Let's take our hunting rifle back. And we'll give it to Ellie. I like having Parvati with the mind control ray. So that works. There we go. Canaplex says, now that's a spiffy gun. It is, but it's a little cumbersome to use, so I think giving it to a companion makes some sense. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we're going to need to take the elevator up. Let's go ahead and do that. That's one of the other things that's kind of confusing about Gorgon. Is you've got these elevators that take you to different levels. I'm guessing that these are kind of masking loading screens, if you will. But maybe not. Yeah, because you can't really get back to the other part of the asteroid from here without doing that. And we'll take some weapon and armor parts, absolutely. Unlock you, no problem. Well, if you like Adrena time, there's lots of it here. It is absolutely everywhere. Marauders seem to like it a lot. And I'm fairly certain it was being manufactured here, so there's got to be some kind of link to that.
Oh, this looks just like the abandoned parts of Edgewell.
Let's keep moving before we get all interested.
Okay, we're making some, we got a number of sneak attacks in there.
That's the last of them.
There we go. See, that's what's cool. They shoot it, and it's honestly probably more effective in their hands.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. Let's keep moving before we get all introspective. You, doing okay, Parvati?
Have been better. But thank you for asking.
That was kind of cool. She got interrupted, and then she resumed where she was. I do really appreciate the way they've scripted these NPCs. And we can loot and loot and loot. And this just takes us back outside. Ooh, there's a ladder. Anything interesting up here? Just a marauder. So no, not really. Okay. And now we'll find Jerome's datapad and get his story. This is, the stories in this DLC are very, they are very Fallout 76 feeling. Because everybody's dead. So, I do enjoy that. Ground Woolly, the forever beef. Drink efficiently. Borstwurst. 0G brew, 0G brew. Taste the freedom. Alright, let's check out this data pad. Jerome's journal. Day 0. Ship just left. Law bless it for getting Leonora off this blasted rock. Etheridge called me a fool for giving her my ticket, but Etheridge is a dumbass, so what does he know? I'll do it again in a second. From now on, my only goal is survival until Spacer's Choice comes back for the rest of us. My heart, I will find my way home to you. Day 1. Some of us sheltered in the mines last night, taking turns keeping watch. I don't care to imagine what happened to the others who aren't here. I can hear marauders screaming in the hills. Day 2. Used a little adrena time today. Not much, just enough to stay alert. Lucky I did, or we wouldn't have heard those mantisaurs coming in time to get the hell out of here. Going to search out a different cavern to shelter in tomorrow. Day 3. Mine's not safe. Law damn it. Shouldn't have gone there in the first place. I think we were exposed to something in the air, maybe. Day 5. Most of us made it over to the apartments. We're packed in here like Saltuna. For now. But hopefully we can get a few more units barricaded and sealed up tight. Make them safe so we can spread out a little more. Day 6. I went by Elle's in my old apartment while hunting for supplies and stashed the flask she gave me on the day we signed our marriage contract. Just in case something happens and she comes looking. Maybe she'll find it, even if she doesn't find, well, that's if some shiftless looter doesn't find it first. Day 7. Carlson's been short with everyone today. Carlson. Most days you could drop a flange wrench on her foot and the woman would apologize for being in the way. But for a minute there, I really thought she was going to stab Simon. Day 8. Ambushed by marauders in the night. Had to use adrena time again to keep awake. Sorry, Elle. I didn't have much choice. Even with the adrena time, I almost can't believe I outlasted them. Next time. Maybe best not to think about next time. Day 15. Starting to think we're spaced, but can't think like that. Gonna get back to you, Leonora, I swear. I miss you like breathing. Low on adrena time. Gonna go look for more. So at this point, Jerome is becoming addicted to adrena time. Day 22, L. Just gotta get back to L. Day 34. Etheridge stole my mock apple, that void-forsaken sprat sack. Want to unzip his arms off and beat him with them. I could do it. He sleeps so weak, so stupid. Stupid Etheridge. So clearly, his increased use of adrena time is having some pretty negative effects on him. Day 42. Where in the system is Spacer's Choice? Where are those blasted ships they promised they'd send for us? Did they forget we're here? Makes a man wonder. All my loyalty and for what? Only loyal to Elle now. Day 46. It's clearly falling apart a little more with misplaced capitals and punctuation. Maybe they abandoned us. It's on purpose. I know it. On purpose. They left us here to die. They left us here to die. Day 49. If Etheridge steals what's mine again, I'll end him. Day. L. It's clearly falling apart. Day question mark. How long does it take to send help? How long? Come back and face us, you spacers cowards. With spelling falling apart. He's lost track of the days. I feel sick. Trying to picture Elle's face, and I can't anymore. Forgive me, Elle. Etheridge dead. Deserved it. AUYDDAY L. So Jerome has clearly succumbed to whatever the side effects of adrenatime are. He's lost his mind from the addiction or the effects, and that is very not good. So now if we head up to the apartment, we should be able to find the flask. Looks like maybe we need to go up another level. Here we go. We'll take these mag picks while we're here. And we've got tons of adrenatime on the floor. A little bit of ammo. We'll grab what we can with that. And here is the flask. The engraving reads, Jerome, cheers to the beginning of forever. Lovely Honora. It smells of decent whiskey, cheap cologne, and old cigarettes. So we found the flask, and now we need to return it to Leonora. So the best way to do that is probably going to be to just fast travel back to the Sprat Shack. I don't think we're really going to run into anything eventful on the way. We might as well go turn that quest in. Didn't take very long at all, did it?
Lucky's problem was that he was always overconfident in himself. But us? We got this, whatever it is.
Yeah, you're not overconfident at all.
Headed will tell us more about Gorgon. I wonder what they got up to here.
We'll find out eventually, Parvati. We will find out eventually. Okay, we'll head back down the elevator and go see Leonora. And the question will be, what do we tell her? Do we really want to tell her that her husband descended into madness? That's Roscoe. We don't want Roscoe. We want Leonora. Here we go.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock.
I found your husband's flask.
That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
So here we go. So we don't have a dumb option. That would force us. That would force our hand. We can pick. We can say, I found his journal. He went mad after the evacuation and became a marauder. Ah, okay. So that's clear that he became a marauder. There's no way of knowing what became of Jerome. I'm sorry. We can lie and say, I found Jerome. It looks like he died peacefully. Or, I didn't see your husband. It's always possible he made it out. Or 5, what I found doesn't matter. Gorgon is the past. You should look to the future. So what do we do? Do we lie to her? Do we tell her a white lie here and tell her that everything's going to be okay? You know, that he died peacefully so that she can just move on in peace? Do we tell her the truth, which will make her miserable? Or do we tell her I didn't see him, so it's possible he made it out, and give her false hope? Oh, there's so many things we could do here. Well, I don't know here. So we are the maniacal moron, so clearly the right thing to do here is to tell her that he died peacefully. Give her a little bit of closure and peace of mind. You know, she doesn't need to know what happened to him. It's not going to serve any purpose. It's not going to do anyone any good. There's no harm in her thinking that he died peacefully. But, yeah, that's not what we're all about here. So we can tell her that he went mad, which would just make her very depressed, I'm sure. I think we should tell her I didn't see him. It's always possible he made it out. Technically, that's not a lie. We didn't see him, did we?
Take it from me, stranger. Hope is wasted on Gorgon. This place chews up hope and spits it out wrong. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
Well, that didn't really go how I wanted it to go. Let's see here. Well, I guess we'll just nod and head on our way.
No point dwelling on the past. That's what I think anyway.
That was a real kind thing you did, Captain. Maybe not what I would have wanted, but it looks to be what she needed.
Okay, so apparently Parvati's okay with that. And, you know, seeing how she reacted, I guess I can understand why. I was kind of hoping she would get filled with hope that she might find him. And then, of course, be disappointed forever for the rest of her life. So now, at this point, we might as well head over to the Office of Creative Incubation and go on with the main quest. The side quest to find the phonographs for Roscoe, those we're going to find along the way. We don't, you don't really do those all in one shot. So let's head back to the exterior. I don't think this is a super long quest, so... Alright, you found an eyeball in Lucky's room that grants access to the Office of Creative Incubation. According to Lucky's notes, the administrative terminal in OCI should unseal the way to Olivia Ambrose's office in the Synthesis and Manufactory Center. So that's where we'll head. And that is back up that way by 400 meters. Let's see if we can fast travel there. We did run around the map quite a bit, but I don't know if we got any fast travel points. No, we didn't, so we're going to have to run up there. Okay. So we've got to go back down around this way and then all the way up around. Fine, fine, fine. We can do it. Fortunately, the Outer Worlds does not gate our sprinting with action points. So we can just run the whole way there, assuming our Marauder friends haven't respawned. And I don't think they will have at this point. Oh, maybe they did. Okay, well, then I guess we'll fight it out. Let's use some special attacks here. All right, she's hitting pretty hard. There goes that missile launcher. Let's see what happens when our companions just fight. All right, we'll hand cannon him. That should take care of that. Anybody else left? We got one more. Really? There we go. All right. Let's keep moving along. We've got tons of ammo and everything. I really don't need to stop and loot every single thing. And Renezi in the chat says, hello, is the Outer Worlds like Fallout? It is kind of like Fallout. There are definitely differences, but it's an action RPG, much like Fallout. It certainly is more of an RPG than the more recent Fallouts. I would say it has more similarities with Fallout New Vegas than Fallout 4 or Fallout 76, which makes sense because it was made by Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas. All right, and here we are at the Office of Creative Incubation. Let's go ahead and head on in.
Initiating ocular measurement.
Show the scanner the preserved eye. Show your eye to the scanner or leave. Well, I may be dumb, but I know that my eye isn't going to do the trick.
Measurement complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted. Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
And we have access. We've entered, and we can see there are lots of hostiles in here. Find the admin terminal in the Office of Creative Incubation. And we can see we've got Spacer's Choice Moon Man. Spacer's Choice Moon Man with some weapons. Looks like we've got mechanicals that are broken down. And we better get stealthy.
Spacer's Choice office? Something's definitely off.
Yeah, something's definitely off, all right. All right, let's see what we can find in here. And we have a locked terminal. And a Drino. That we definitely want for our inhaler. All right, and let's see here. Looks like we just got in. Okay. Reception desk, terminal access, welcome W. McKay. We've got messages. Let's read the messages. And I do remember when I played through this before, there are a lot of terminal entries, so there's a lot to read. And Renezi says, that's pretty cool. I actually heard a lot because of my friends, and I watch Fallout videos. Since you were playing it, decided to check it out. Well, thank you for checking it out. It's a good game. It's not, it's definitely not like a clone of Fallout by any means. It's its own thing. But if you like Fallout, I don't see any reason that you wouldn't like this. It's different. It does its own things, but it is very much a similar type of game. Okay, from Goodfellow L, subject, reception, procedure, and protocol. McKay, after some deliberation, I've decided to update your standard procedure and protocol while you operate the front desk. Commit the following to memory. Do greet visitors and workers with a smile. Do mention Spacer's Choice brand products and services in your daily greetings. Do monitor and report extended lavatory breaks. Don't mention our surveillance and security system to arriving visitors. Don't talk about the incident. And don't let any auditors into the upper floor under any circumstances. Failure to adhere to protocol number 6 will result in a demerit on your permanent record. I don't mean to be harsh with you, McKay. You're part of our family, too. Regards, Lawrence Goodfellow, Management. Well, there we go. So they're trying to cover something up. And door lock controls. Okay, so we can unlock the lavatory door. And with Hack 45, which we have, we can unlock the showcase. There we go. And we can back out of there and continue exploring. So we've got a showcase over here.
They got one for Edgewater. Oh, it's just Saltuna. Come on, we got a volcano too.
They really think Adrena Time does all that?
They really do. Lightning reflexes, keen skills, more kills, all with Adrenatime. Always shoot for success.
Keep your aim steady and your trigger finger at the ready. Adrenatime brings out the hero in you.
Show your boss that you are prime, because you take Adrenatime.
Okay, so it looks like we'll have to get back in there a different way.
Located in the bloodstream of the entire Spacers' chosen tossball team. Adrenatime, putting the performance in performance-enhancing drugs.
Show your boss that you are prime, because you take Adrenatime.
Leave the competition far behind with Adrenatime. They won't know what hit them. I think what I really like about this game is it gives me lots of opportunities to read things in a radio ad voiceover voice. Productive towns run on Adrenatime. Enhance your output with chemical input.
Don't let sleep rob you of your life. Cut your resting hours in half and double your productivity with Adrenatime.
Show your boss.
There's that jingle again. Model of Edgewater. That's pretty cool. All right, let's head back here and steal all the stuff that's not bolted down. All right, we've got lots of Saltuna we can take. I wish we could take that and put it on our ship. That would be awesome. Very cool. More Saltuna. Champion toss ball stick. Pick up the perfect game. Okay, so we've got a unique weapon there. Let's see what that is. Perfect game, Spacer's choice. Staring at the weapon long enough, you'd swear you can hear the roar of a stadium crowd cheering you on, hungry for more action. Who are you to disappoint your fans? Renezi says, I like your commentary. It's pretty good. Well, thank you. I'm good for something every now and again. And a light machine gun. Well, we'll take you so we can break you down for parts. And that's really all there is to that. Nothing too special back there. I don't really use melee weapons all that much, so not a lot we're going to get out of that. But maybe we can give that to Felix if he ever stops being a whiny little bastard. And, oh, no lore on that. Anything over here? No. Ah, here's the bathroom. This is the lavatory we unlocked. Let's see. Some consumables we'll never use. Some more consumables we'll never use. Some Adreno and some more consumables we'll never use. And then over here we've got a vending machine. Actually, we should probably vend some stuff. Sell off our junk. And, we're fine. We're fine on weight. It takes quite a bit to hit your carry weight in this game. And this looks like some kind of restaurant over here. We'll take the money and the cigarettes hanging out by the register. The chef has been annihilated. Okay. So something or someone has definitely come through here and done some damage. Bet it was Charles from accounting. He was pissed about the numbers. Somebody didn't give him his TPS reports, so he had to go on a rampage. All right, let's go ahead and keep exploring here. Oh, more Adrenatime. There's plenty of that around here. That was an armor mod. And what else do we have? Okay, so far, I'm feeling... There's a staircase. Canaplex says, I think they went a little overboard with the with the consumables you can pick up. Yeah, but it does kind of tell the story of the place a little bit, so I get that. And, you know, the reason that they went overboard, that it feels like it's overboard, is because the consumables just don't really do anything for you. It's a little bit too complicated to use them, and they just don't really do anything for you. So, if they were a little more unique, if they had more kind of better defined effects, then I think they could be more interesting.
I'll keep it down.
Alright, so we must go this way. So we can either go in through here, or we can open this door. Let's go in this way. And, okay, we got a couple of guys over here. Let's get a direct hit on this one. And there's that missile launcher. And is that all? No, there's one more over here yet. Oh, he's just down.
Someone else will clean this up, right?
There we go. Okay. That's that. Corporate commander. So the Marauders have come through here and killed off the corporate troops that must have at one point occupied this place. And let's see here. I saw one terminal, and here's a second one. Let's check it out. Office of Creative Incubation, a Spacer's Choice property. The best ideas since pre-sliced bread. Department of Strategic Branding. Terminal access. Welcome, M. Kamara. Messages. Thank you for using GIMSI, your employer-sanctioned messaging system. Friendly reminder, your messages are company property. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or deletion of GIMSI content may result in early termination of your employment contract. Please select from the following options. From OCI Cerebral Committee, subject, unacceptable results. The OCI Cerebral Committee has hereby decided by unanimous vote that the recent test results from Human Inquiry and Auditing, HIA, are unacceptable, untenable, and unsatisfactory. This message is an informal expression of our dissatisfaction, which will be formally declared by memorandum in the near future. While the committee recognizes the marketing potential of insomnia and chemical dependency, the remaining side effects described in HIA's latest report are incompatible with the OCI's vision of an adrenatime product. Corporate auditors will expect to see a product that dramatically improves the long-term productivity of Spacer's Choice workers by reducing the need for rest and mitigating the effects of long-term melancholia. The product delivered to HIA induces psychosis, violent behavior, paranoia, and alarmingly, disobedience. The OCI cannot accept a product that transforms long-term users into dissidents. The damage to our corporate image will inevitably benefit our rivals at Anti-Clio. Unanimously, OCI Cerebral Committee. So they're saying pretty matter-of-factly that adrenatime is turning people into psychotic, bloodthirsty marauders. From L. Goodfellow, subject, relax. It's not the best choice, it's the only choice. To my colleagues in the OCI Cerebral Committee, I share your concerns but not your alarm. In times like these, I encourage you to recall a passage from our Spacer's Choice user manual. The failures of subordinates must never become the failures of leadership. Scum, Chapter 21, Article 14, Spacer's Choice User Manual. The meaning is simplicity itself. HIA has failed to deliver acceptable results because they've failed to perform their professional obligations. My esteemed colleagues, you and I possess a number of law-given qualifications, but we have not been relegated to lab coat work. Let me reiterate, we are not test tube jockeys, we are leaders. HIA's purpose is to deliver test results. Our purpose is to deliver a quarterly report. I'd like to reach out to Mariam Kumara at Strategic Branding Have her team clean up HIA's report, trim the fat, and tuck in its guts. Make it look presentable for our auditors. And finally, 2, Cerebral Committee subject data presentability and empirical hygiene. Okay, so here is the list of that. All right, so here we go. Cerebral Committee. My team and I have finished reviewing HIA's latest experimental report. We believe the failure of this report is manifest in its flagrant disregard for company-approved language. To that end, we have drafted a revised report edited with language consistent with the Spacer's Choice Company vision. The HIA's original report mentions clear evidence of dangerous side effects associated with using the Adrenatime product, including but not limited to paranoia, violent confusion, chemical dependence, and dissident adjacent behavior. We propose the following connotative revisions. Dangerous side effects should be exciting collateral benefits. Paranoia would be dramatically heightened attention. Violent confusion, physically assertive behavior. Chemical dependence, metabolic compatibility. Dissident adjacent behavior. Any mention of dissident behavior in this report may encourage dissidence. Recommend cutting this phrase entirely out of respect for our readers. So, so you can see clearly that the company wanted this product to work. They wanted to use it, and they would do so by any means necessary, including propagandizing this thing quite a bit. And Renazi in the chat says, man, Obsidian really did great work on this game. They did. It's really good. You know, the only complaint about this game is that it's too short, that there's not enough of it. That's it. And honestly, if that's the complaint, the only complaint about your product from your customer is that they want more of it, well, then I guess you did a pretty good job. All right, let's loot that. And I definitely saw another terminal around here. We'll read that. Okay, that one's not anything on it. I'm pretty sure I saw... Yeah, I knew there was another one here. All right, this one's unlocked. And this is the desk of Clarence Mostly. We have his eyeball. Status. Okay. We're going to have to use our hack of 45 to reverse intruder definitions. There we go. Is there nothing here? Oh. Status. Turret status compromised. Hallway status vulnerable. Dissident threat imminent. Okay, so I guess maybe we did something that might make our life a little easier going through here. All right, and are there any other terminals to check? Is that one? It might be. Nope. Okay. So I think we can safely move on. And this was the direction we came in. So we need to go through here, through a hole in the wall. Unlock with maintenance room key. This is the key that we looted when we pickpocketed Lex in the bar. We didn't know what it went to, but it apparently goes to this. Look at that. Okay. Vending machine, workbench. We've got all kinds of good stuff in here. And there's a ladder. I wonder what that does. Okay, this is cool. I appreciate that we found this. And we can loot that. I wonder if this is some kind of shortcut. Could be. I think it is. I think it actually saved us a good bit of time here.
I think this screen's taller than my entire shop back home.
Uh-huh. Okay, so... Oh, I see. It looks like there's like a film projector out there. Or in here. And then there's a screen out there. So this is some kind of screening room. And here is one of those portable phonographs that Roscoe was looking for. Let's listen.
I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where did it come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do?
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent? Well, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
So it sounds like Olivia Ambrose was importing prisoners from Tartarus to test her medication on, to test her adrenatime product on. Well, that's not very nice, and it sounds like a lot of them went just a bit crazy. So now I wonder if the robots will still target us. I hear one. You can die. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. It's still hostile to us. Okay, so I'm not sure what hacking Clarence Mosley's terminal did, but maybe there's something. Ooh, that's burning up my health pretty good. We better heal up. And how about we splatter your brains all over the screen? There's that missile launcher. And I can take you down. I do really like the tactical time dilation. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool. You get in, you get out. Doesn't feel like it's pulling you out of the action like VATS and Fallout sometimes does. That should do it, and oh, look at that. Our exploding revolver is about to break. We better repair everything. 53 weapon parts. Oh, fine. Better start, gonna have to start scrapping some weapons soon. In fact, why don't we do that now before it becomes a problem? And we have the Claw Rake level 1. Yeah, we can go ahead and break that down. That's unique. We'll keep that. That is really good, so we'll keep that. And this we don't need. A lot of stuff we don't need here. And that's how we keep our weapons repaired. That's unique. We'll hold on to that. Medal of Honor. Oh, I didn't see where we got that. Long guns. Ooh, that's kind of good. Might have to play around with that one. Okay. But we definitely don't need most of this stuff. Irian's flintlock. Oh, that's right. I gave that. Ellie was carrying that. Okay, so what can we put on here? Let's 1070 versus 1584. Well, I mean, that's definitely better. Haven't been using that much, so let's put this in here and go that route. Okay. So the damage isn't amazing on this weapon, but it is fun to use. We've got tons of ammo. It's not like we're running short. Where'd it go? Where'd the raider go? There we go. Okay, so where to next? Admin terminal is upstairs. Okay, is there anything else going on in here that we want to check out? Anything behind the stage? So we've got this stage and a screen with a film projector. And we have a terminal. Okay, good. So we've got some more lore. Okay. Security notice. By order of Lawrence Goodfellow, auditorium projector room must remain sealed until further notice. Please answer any inquiries by visiting auditors with the following pre-approved message. Mr. Goodfellow is excited to inform you that our projector room is undergoing upgrades in preparation for our grand quarterly report presentation. We thank you for your patience. Please return to the reception desk and request a complimentary bottle of 0G brew. Oh yes, the quarterly report. Uh-huh. That's not something I've had to work on at work recently, is it? Not at all, and I'm not even a little bitter. Okay, on auditing. Dear sir and or madam, if you are reading this memo, you are the designated concierge of this auditorium. Please commit the following message to your memory while guiding auditors along a tour of our office. What is an auditorium? Spacer's Choice Manual of Definitions describes an auditorium as a place where auditing takes place. Here you will enjoy all the familiar, low-cost, budget-friendly amenities that make Spacer's Choice the leading brand in affordable entertainment. Satisfy your posture in our semi-reclining chairs. Enjoy a moderately cold bottle of 0G brew. Relax as you enjoy this special presentation of the Project Gorgon Quarterly Review, brought to you by the Office of Creative Incubation. Next message, no report this quarter. Everyone, I'm going to be blunt because I want you to understand the gravity of this situation. Someone, or several someones, sabotaged our quarterly reports. They're all gone, irretrievably damaged. The Cerebral Committee's putting their heads together to come up with a solution. We hope to have one before the auditors arrive. In the meantime, here's what I need you all to do. Do not, under any circumstances, talk about the sabotage to anyone outside our office. 2. We need to soften the language. Studies show that repeated use of the word sabotage can incite sabotage in people who lack moral fiber. I'm not taking any chances, and I need you all to come up with an alternate way of describing the sabotage. Something like the incident, but not so obvious. And finally, regarding no report this quarter, response to that. We've received all your suggestions. After much deliberation, the Cerebral Committee has unanimously voted to refer to the sabotage incident as the incident. And that's it for that one. So, there was some kind of sabotage at the Office of Creative Incubation, which led them to cancel their quarterly report. So something serious was going on here. Let's make our way through here. We killed some raiders in here a few minutes ago. And keep finding our way upstairs. Hopefully. That's where we need to go to get to this
Ain't no one should have to go like that.
admin terminal.
Guess you get what you pay for with Spacer's Choice guards, too.
Oh yeah, so they killed all the guards. Right, and we keep moving. Oh, now we're back in this room. Okay, maybe that wasn't much of a shortcut. Maybe I just got turned around. Let's see, what did I miss here? I must have missed something. There's a hole in the wall, but not one we can walk through. Is there another door up this way? This is strange. Okay, I feel like there's something this way. Point of interest discovered. Vending machine. Okay, we got some turrets in there. This looks new. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this weapon's not very strong. That's way better.
That's smart. Everybody okay? Great.
There we go. Okay, hand cannon wins again. And let's just keep looking around a little bit. Anything interesting in here? Doesn't look like it, at least not for now. Okay. And I think we're on the right floor. Maybe not. Maybe we need to keep going up. Uh-oh, turret.
Here we go.
Oh, it's shooting me. Stop shooting me, turret. Okay, you're broken now. Alright, well, that was new. Where's my quest marker? Okay, so it does look like we need to go up another floor. Okay, more damaged automechs. Sealed. Well, that's not helpful.
Sys searching.
Their mistake.
Uh-oh.
Nice one. That's the last of them.
Okay, easy enough. Anybody in here? No? So this looks like some kind of executive conference room where they might review the quarterly report before releasing it. And that is not a readable notepad, nor is that one. Okay, we'll just keep on moving through. Some more consumables.
No one with an honest job has an office this nice.
Searching for unauthorized.
On it. Pick it up.
Alright, any other robots in here we need to take out? Okay, so this looks like the place we were looking for. Let's go ahead and check the terminal. Alright, so here we go. Admin functions. This is Welcome L. Goodfellow. So this is Lawrence Goodfellow's computer. Admin functions. Unlock synthesis and manufactory center. Okay. Unlocking error procedure interrupted. Override synthesis and the manufacturing center lockdown. Okay. Please visit Transmissions Tower Alpha for staff directory, synthesis and manufactory center status. It is currently locked. Must be overridden at the chem lab. Uh-huh. Okay. So we're going to have to go to another place to do that. Return to admin functions. Return to root. Messages. Incoming messages. Oh, we've got quite a few here. All right, from Ambrose O. Subject sees all recordings high priority. Ah, okay, so she wants these recordings from this reporter, from Roscoe. From Olivia Ambrose to Gorgon manager, sees all recordings. Bring them to me immediately, and for fuck's sake, don't let the journalists off the fucking asteroid. Dr. Olivia Ambrose, project director. Okay, return to incoming messages. Production schedule. You think you can hide from me, you little twerp? I know a serum that'll make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Cheers, Ollie. Wow, so she is a charming and wonderful individual. I'm sure everyone enjoyed working with her. And here's another one, Toxi-free rebranding. Change the fucking name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose from this list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbitol, Shalatamax, Bindatron, Imidacin. Cheers, Ollie. Okay, Imidacin would be emetic, like it makes you throw up. Bindatron, yeah, I don't know. I'm reading way too much into this. Okay, return to messages. Outgoing messages. To O. Ambrose. You're receiving this message. I'm currently unavailable. In my absence, I've instructed my secretary, Herbert Harrell, to reply to any incoming messages with this pre-approved response. Vicariously, Lawrence. And more outgoing messages. Dr. Ambrose, great timing. I was just sending Herbie over to your department with a preliminary production schedule. As with so much of the work we do at the OCI, the design of a production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more aspirational cartography. This guy sounds like a real moron. And to Gorgon managers, subject, radio documentary participation. All right, approved. Next time, allow me to make this kind of announcement myself, Mr. Mostly. Hierarchy exists for a reason. So they approved the radio interviews, and then later on, Olivia Ambrose wanted them seized. Oh no, I backed out too early.
You best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
Dumb. What's a weasel?
A nosy rodent with a mind the size of a grape. Not unlike you. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
Should it now? You're hiding something and I'll find out. Did you just lock me out of the SMC? Or, unless it's good salvage, then it's coming with me. I don't care about your musty old secrets. And that's the best argument you got? Don't?
Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity.
That don't make any sense. How could marauders get to Edgewater from all the way out here?
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
So we've got a mysterious figure who wants to let the marauders stay locked up and is more than happy to kill me. Let's see here. Looks like there's more to this job than I thought. What do you mean? How do you create marauders?
Mr. Thompson used to say marauders are just folks whose spirits have been weakened by charity and laziness. You mean that wasn't true?
Well, duh.
I always figured they were townies who spent too long on the factory line. Guess there's more to it.
Whatever secrets are buried here, we'll root them out. Doesn't change what we're here to do. We need that journal. Or why can't anything be simple and straightforward for once? Okay, what do we have here? Unlock elevator, admin functions. Oh, we missed it. There was a hack 100 option here. But it seems to be gone. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Archived messages. We want to keep reading the lore here. Radio documentary participation. Lawrence, so this is from Olivia. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team needs is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking stupid questions. We're months behind as it is. However, because Lucian demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Note, she says Lucian there. Lucian is the person who contacted us on our ship, who was working with Minnie Ambrose up until the point where we shot her in the face. Lucian guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years. Make sure they understand that. If they leak the details of our work to the press, I will put a hit out on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. The journalists bunk in shipping and receiving. We can't have them fraternizing with the project staff outside of their scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will be working overtime on this is you. Understood? Cheers, Ollie. Okay. And that's all the archived messages, so clearly we get the picture here. And now we've got deleted messages, hack 100. From Olivia Ambrose regarding the production schedule. The schedule you sent me must be a template or the work of an intern because it's patently insane. We're nowhere near to hitting Lucian's proposed milestones. Branding's hopes and wishes won't magically change that, no matter what the corporate office says. My compound is months from viable, Lawrence. It kills people. If you'd like proof, you're welcome to try it yourself. I'll even show you where to stick it. I expect to see a revised schedule before the week is out. And one more. I've seen the brand managers sniffing about, Lawrence. I know your department is gearing up for a big announcement, and mine is the only project on this fucking asteroid. Send me your intended production and release schedule immediately. Okay, so now we know what's going on. And we can unlock the elevator. So clearly there was a situation here. Olivia Ambrose was working on Adrena Time, and she had hopes for it, but it wasn't anywhere close to ready. But the Spacer's Choice executives didn't care. They wanted it now. They wanted it fast, and they wanted it ready to go. Damn the consequences. They did not care. And that, I think, is probably what we're covering up here. So we've got another little office here. Oh, they could watch the quarterly review from here. There's one of those little player pianos. It's in much better condition than the one in Minnie Ambrose's house. You know, maybe if she had a nicer player piano, I would have trusted her to pay me to do this job and I wouldn't have had to blow her head off. But, you know, I did, so we had some surprise murder. All right, and anything else out here? Oh, we have a unique gun called Flurry. And a fedora, red-banded. And a whole bunch of bit cartridges. Okay, let's check out this unique weapon. What is Flurry? It's a heavy weapon, speedy mate barrel, makes the worst winter storm look like a light drizzle. The longer it rages, the faster this weapon will bury your foes. Intriguing. Okay, maybe we'll play with it. There's a radio. And how do we get to the elevator? I don't think it's that way. I think it's probably this way. There's the elevator, and this is what's going to take us back outside, I think. Just take a quick look at the journal. So next stop is the Synthesis and Manufactory Center, the SMC. You need to send overrides from 2 other facilities, Human Inquiry and Auditing, and the Chem Lab. So really our next steps are the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry and Auditing. And we can't fast travel while we're inside here. So let's go down. Really, we're just going to go outside and then probably wrap this stream up for tonight. But let's go down and see what happens when we exit the building. This doesn't look like the way we're supposed to go out. But I guess we'll just have to do it because I'm totally lost. Okay, there's the faux Windows ad. Gotta love that. Adds beauty and verisimilitude to your home. Okay, so where are we headed? 375 meters that way. So, we know where we're going. We know what we've done. Oh, we have another tape. Pressurized injection suit. All right, well, before we check out the tape, let's see what the pressurized injection suit is. That looks interesting. 42 armor, status effect duration, movement speed, melee weapon. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. Can we give that to somebody? Her armor's not that impressive. We could give it to Ellie. There we go. It'll be better than what she's got, and maybe it'll make her quicker. Okay. And this must be another one of those phonographs.
Close call. I thought I knew the OCI backwards and forwards. The Marauders got a way of finding every nook and cranny on this rock. OCI. Fancy joint. Smells like Wentworth's and leather. A real slice of Byzantium. You don't set that up unless you're planning something big. Adrena time? Sure. But something tells me there's more to the story. Got a hunch to follow up on near the old mines. I'm leaving this here, in case I gotta come back.
So much for coming back. All right, so we found another phonograph from Lucky. Let's just proceed a little bit on our way here. See if maybe we can get a little closer. And it looks...
I know bones, but I don't know what that is.
Oh. Wow.
I say you're wrong.
Is that a rad whale? That looks scary. And we have some friendly NPCs. Second mate Rex, first mate Raquel, and Captain Bowen Babbage. All right, let's talk to Captain Bowen Babbage.
Talk to my first mate if you have questions.
Or I could shoot you.
I'm telling you, this isn't the rock. We need to turn back.
This is the spot. Now keep your eyes peeled. The dead drop is at the foot of the alpaca, he said. And this is the alpaca.
Llama.
What was that?
It's a llama we're after, sir, not an alpaca. And this is neither.
Llama, alpaca, same thing.
Llama.
They aren't the same at all, sir. Believe it or not.
Enough. We've got company. Out with it then. Who are you?
Perception. Are you the survivors from that crashed ship by the landing pad?
I'm the captain of that crashed vessel, to be perfectly accurate.
Why start now?
What was that, first mate?
Just talking to myself again, sir.
We're on the hunt for a package. It's supposed to be at the foot of this handsome-looking alpaca-shaped rock.
Llama?
Let me save you the trouble. I found your package. Oh, that's the package we found at that little camp earlier. Okay. I've heard enough. It sounds like you need help finding this package. I'm pretty sure you're searching in the wrong place. You should probably know your vessel has been claimed as salvage, or listen quietly. That sounds good.
This handsome-looking, llama-shaped rock. But the goods aren't here. Must have been stolen.
Stolen goods is about the only part of that I understood.
Mister, I don't mean to tell you your business, but this here's a fossilized monster skeleton. Just about the coolest one I ever seen, too.
This is not a rock shaped like a llama. This is a fossil shaped like a fossil. Captain.
Could it be the fossil of a llama?
I highly doubt that. Can you believe this guy?
So I've got numerous options here. show the parcel, looking for this. I found it by a llama-shaped rock. Okay, so I didn't notice the llama-shaped rock, but apparently we do, in fact, have the parcel. Sounds like you could use a hand. We can pass an intelligence check. You're right about one thing. This is definitely a fossil. Are you three completely insane, or I cannot? Can you believe this guy? I cannot. Good luck. Are you three completely insane?
Getting there, believe me.
Hey, I do the talking around here. This is the right spot. I know it in my gut. But there's no package, and now my crew is insubordinate.
Uh-huh. So I could end all of this by showing them the parcel, but I'm pretty sure you're searching in the wrong place. What's the story? Yeah, what's the story with the package?
My crew and I are in the parcel delivery trade. Our client is waiting on a delivery of special medicine, and this asteroid is the handoff point.
He means drugs. It's a specialty cocktail of adrenotime, pep pills, and dervish mist that our client takes to get out of bed every morning.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Only problem is the damn parcel isn't where it's supposed to be. Whoever heard of a llama-shaped rock anyway? I mean, what are the odds?
I could help you find the package.
That won't be necessary. I have everything under control.
Could have fooled me.
First mate, this is a llama, and that's an order. Now find me that package. It's around here somewhere.
Hey, hear me out. You and I both know this isn't a llama.
So what?
If you backtrack and take the right-hand fork, I could have sworn I saw the rock there already. Captain wouldn't let us stop because the beak wasn't sharp enough to be a llama.
Dumb. Well, we have to do it. Dumb dialogue, squint at her. And the problem is?
Am I dreaming? Is this a bad joke at my expense? Llamas don't have beaks. He won't even let us turn around because he's dug his heels into this fossil story. His pride is all tangled up in it. We're not getting off Gorgon without that package. If you can find the llama and the goods, you can have my cut of the take. I don't care. I just want out of here.
Uh-huh. Okay, what the heck is the difference between a llama and an alpaca anyway?
Alpacas are cowards.
I didn't see that coming. Anything else?
Never trust an alpaca. They're small, they're mean, and they'll stab you in the back first chance they get.
Good thing I'm searching for a llama then.
You're telling me. We'd be having a very different conversation if this were an alpaca-shaped rock.
Llama!
Don't let me down. That llama is my ticket out of here.
Oh, wow. John W. in the chat says, cool creature. It definitely is. And of course, we could go look for this llama-shaped rock, but we already have the package. Now, we could surprise murder the captain, but the captain is a moron. So, doing that would only make things better for his crew. So, clearly leaving him alive makes sense. And second mate Rex seems to only know the word llama. Let's see if he knows anything else.
Llama. Llama? Llama. 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 Llama? Llama.
It does seem that he has
Llama.
multiple options for llama in his voiceover. Very good detail there. And I guess we'll go ahead and give the package to First Mate Raquel, unless we can give it to the captain and say we found it here and he was right and this is a llama, which would be amazing.
Have you ever seen a finer specimen of a llama before? Move along, I say. We're conducting business.
All right, so we got to give it to Raquel.
Any luck tracking down that llama? Technically, it's the package I'm after, but you get what I mean.
How did you get entangled in this llama business anyway?
I don't even know anymore. We spent so long arguing about what is or isn't a llama that it's all a blur. Captain Babbage has a lot of strange contacts in the parcel delivery business. One of them must have a thing for llamas.
Apparently. All right, well, I have the parcel. I found it sitting by a llama-shaped rock.
That's it! Oh, I can't wait to rub this in my dumb captain's face.
This should be entertaining.
See here now? What's all this talk about?
We got the package. And guess what? It was where I said it would be. And this fossil? It's not a llama. Not a llama at all.
I believe I owe you an apology, First Mate.
What?
It's true. I wouldn't know an alpaca from a raptidon, and as a captain, that's a mark against my good name. Can you ever forgive me?
Llama.
I don't know what to say.
I'll start. Thank you, stranger.
Uh-huh. Oh, did you think I was just going to give you the package? You idiots couldn't find toes at the end of your feet. This is a farce.
We weren't exactly at our best behavior today, were we, First Mate?
I suppose not, Captain. Sprat Shack, first round's on me.
Well, I am terribly thirsty.
Llama?
Here's my cut. I'd say you've earned it. And here's a little something extra for your time.
Okay, then. I feel like I inhaled something toxic and this has all been a hallucination.
Llama. I take offense to that. I would know if I was a hallucination.
Would you now?
Be seeing you, and thanks again.
Llama.
All right, you know, I mean, I'm kind of feeling like surprise murder here, but it just doesn't make any sense. I can't do it. They're too stupid. They're too dumb to die. Plus, Llama Guy's funny. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is as good a time as any to wrap this one up. I do appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight as we made our way into Peril on Gorgon. I don't know how long it'll take us to finish it. I'm guessing at least one more stream, maybe two, but we'll see. I'm thinking we're probably looking at one or two more streams of Peril on Gorgon, and then probably one long stream to wrap up the Outer Worlds. So 2 to 3 full-length streams before we're done with this one. So as always, I thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, do remember to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. But I appreciate everybody coming around and everybody who piped up in the chat. It's always fun. I like playing the Outer Worlds. It's a super, super fun game. And with that, I'm going to call it all night. I'm going to call it a night because I'm clearly getting tired and losing track of my own words. And I will leave you with just one more. Llama. Llama, llama. Llama, llama. Have a good night.